This is Jen.
And this is Chris.
And this is Spellbound Adventures. Hey everyone, hope you're all having a great day and a week. Today we're going to talk about when is the best time to take a trip to Universal Studios in Florida. Now I'm sure there are many of you that can guess going during Thanksgiving week and Christmas vacation is when the parks are super crazy busy. And you would be right. But do you know when the best time to go is?
We've gone to the parks during every season of the year. And trust us, there are times when you may decide to stay home.
Yes.
Now, we know everyone's schedule and vacation time is different. So we wanted to talk about sort of each season and what you can sort of look forward to in respect to events and possibly things you may want to avoid.
Exactly. Can we say Pop Warner cheered dance and football competition?
Yeah. We're not really small kids people, so.
And you know what? And if that's what you're into, that's awesome. But for those who aren't into that, it's kind of nice to know when those events may occur. But in all seriousness, like Disney, Universal Studios will host special events throughout the year for organizations. So you might want to inquire about that when planning your stay. Some of them will be competitions where the average visitor who is planning a trip to Universal would not attend any of those events. But there are other events that Universal plans, like Halloween Horror Night, Grinchmas, Mardi Gras, just to name a few, where any visitor would most likely want to attend that.
Since you mentioned Halloween Horror Nights, I think that's probably a good place to start since it's right around the corner. Now, the fall weeks can be some of the less busy times to go to Universal Studios. Kids are back in school, and during the weekdays, the wait times are not bad for rides or restaurants.
Yeah.
Hotel prices tend to be better around this time, too. Now, HHN runs from September through November, like November 4th specifically. And during the beginning, it sort of occurs every single day except Monday and Tuesday, but that changes as you get later into the season. Now, HHN is a separately ticketed event, and the difference in the park is night and day.
Yeah.
You can be in the park till about 3:30 in the afternoon, and most of the ride times will be between 10 and 20 minutes. But once it gets to 5 o'clock, it's a mob.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be talking like New York and Times Square at New Year's.
Yeah, it gets busy fast.
Yeah, so we'll link to our HHN video in the description below.
Yeah. So just to give an example on hotel prices, right now, if you were to book a hotel stay, so like we're like in the middle of August right now. If you were to book a hotel stay at the end of September from Sunday to Thursday, and I'm going to let you know, that's a little secret, you can get a double queen bedroom starting at $110 per night at Value Hotels. I even priced out the very last week in August, and the Value Hotels were starting at $95 per night. So like literally, this is mid-August. I'm pricing out just 2 weeks from now. $95 per night? I think that's pretty reasonable, to be honest. Those double queen bedrooms start at 300 square feet, and they can go up from there. Obviously, Value Hotel to Premier Hotel, there are different prices across the board, but your starting price is pretty good. Now, on Christmas week, the prices of Value Hotels start at $225 a night. So you can see the big difference between in a couple weeks from now versus Christmas week.
Well, yeah, all the really busy times at the park, you pay through the nose for the hotels. So, getting back to fall and HHN, while the parks during the day tend to be a little slower at nighttime, HHN is very busy. If HHN is an event that you and your family are looking to buy tickets to, we highly recommend that you go Wednesday or Thursday. If you go on a Friday or Saturday night, be prepared to wait a very long time, especially if you choose not to buy express passes. If you don't get them, you're not going to see all the houses in one night. The lines are hours long. So there are also the other events like the HHN RIP Tour, Unmasking the Horror Tour, and the newest one, the Taste of Terror. HHN offers a lot during the 2 months it's going on. The newest event, the Taste of Terror, prior to HHN, officially gives you the opportunity to try out all of the foods that they'll be offering during the event. And not just the houses at HHN, we also have the scare zones. And it's a very exciting time. It's not for kids under 13.
No, it's not.
I know they say in small print, but seriously, not for small kids. And then the food offerings are amazing.
Yeah. So, and a lot of people, like, I know for us, we love the houses and we love going through the scare zones, but a lot of those foods are just specialty foods, and it's like, it's really exciting to get to try them. So, after HHN, there are a couple weeks while Universal is taking down all the Halloween decorations and putting up Christmas or Grinchmas. So you'll actually, if you go to HHN at the very end of October, if you go over to Islands of Adventure, they've actually already started decorating for Grinchmas. And it's kind of strange when you go to Islands of Adventure and you see Grinchmas, then you walk over to Universal Studios and you see Halloween Horror Night stuff. It's kind of funny. But those couple of weeks before Thanksgiving can be a great time to go to the parks, as most people are saving their travel time for Thanksgiving week or Christmas vacation. Same thing goes to a couple weeks leading up to Christmas. Parks are less busy. As we found out last year, December 1st to December 10th, is the Pop Warner National Cheer Dance Competition event that Universal hosts. Disney actually used to host this, and now Universal does. This brings in, as I mentioned earlier, thousands of people, competitors, football teams, their families, and friends, people who are there to support them. It can be crowded, and there are some nights they actually shut the parks down a little early because they're hosting this event and they're doing special things for these teams. The hotels are very busy, and there are a lot of kids.
A lot of
kids. And so if you're looking for more quiet time to go to Universal, don't go during this event. Don't get me wrong, we vacationed with friends last year during this event, and we loved the time we had with them and in the parks. But we all agreed maybe next year we would vacation at a different time when it's a little less crazy. So I actually would pick the week after that. So going after December 10th, but before that Christmas rush comes in. That's my opinion.
Absolutely. And we'll talk more about the hotels specifically, but as you move out of the value hotels into the higher tier hotels, the number of small children drops off precipitously. Yeah. So from mid-November to the beginning of January, this starts holidays at Universal Studios. As Jen mentioned, there's the Grinchmas special, which is Breakfast with the Grinch. And sorry, I got to stop here for a second. The Grinch is hilarious. I don't know who they hired to do this guy, but he's hilarious.
So good.
I'll never forget when he's walking through the park and he sees some random individual and he goes, "You look how I feel."
He's so funny. I love him.
And there will be times that you can find him in the pass holder lounge. So, fellow pass holders, look out for the Grinch. Yes. So, anyway, along with the Grinchmas, we have the Who Holiday Spectacular, which is awesome. It's their sort of version of
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Yeah. There's a lot of fourth wall breaking, so it's totally worth the visit. Mm-hmm. There's the Universal's Holiday Parade featuring Macy's and Christmas in the Wizarding World.
Yes, please.
Also, the hotels are decorated to the nines, and many of them offer special menu and food options during this time. After that, just beyond New Year's, things tend to slow down quite a bit, and I think the next biggest event is Rock the Universe, which is Florida's biggest Christian rock music festival. Now, this is going to be the 26th and the 27th of January. It's also a separately ticketed two-night event, and I also believe there's also, even though it's 2 nights for the ticketed event, there's a Sunday morning service.
There really is. That's awesome.
So there's going to be a lot of well-known Christian music artists. So if that is your thing, which it's totally my thing.
Yep.
I mean, I play Christian rock music.
Yeah, we're planning on going this upcoming January.
With
so we're
some
excited.
friends. We're very happy to be checking that out.
Yeah. So after January, moving on into February, it can still be a little bit slow in the beginning of February. February is still a good month to go and visit. So we start seeing Mardi Gras at this point, which Mardi Gras goes from February to mid-April. I think of Mardi Gras as like a big food festival where there are many, M-A-N-Y capital, many food booths with food tastings from around the world. Access to Mardi Gras is actually included with the purchase of your theme park ticket or your annual pass. So no separate ticket event, and it's really awesome. You have the Mardi Gras Parade, which typically starts around 6 p.m. in Universal Studios and wraps up when the park closes at 7. Obviously, that can vary sometimes. Now, during Mardi Gras, there are several spring school vacations that take place, from college students all the way down to elementary kids. Yeah, it'll be busy, so you want to experience Mardi Gras. We recommend going, so if you want to experience Mardi Gras, we recommend either going in February or the very beginning of March. Once you get into mid-March, spring vacations. So we all know what spring vacations mean. Means lots of families, and it gets packed. Now, if that is the only time you can actually book your hotel and get your tickets, if that's the only time you can actually book your hotel, book your vacation, you want to make sure that you're getting your tickets plenty in advance. Right now, you can actually book as far out as December 24th. So there's really no excuse to not plan well, and we highly recommend that. Whenever you're planning these trips to Disney or Universal, really, don't do last minute events.
No, and not only don't do last minute events. If you are planning on eating at any of the sit down restaurants during these times, in all seriousness, 3 or 4 weeks out, start picking your reservations. Because if you try to do it the day of, it's not going to happen, I promise you. You can walk up, and sometimes you'll be able to be seated right away, but other times you can be waiting an hour or 2 or 3. So just be aware. One other thing about Mardi Gras, during the day, if you have the Universal app installed on your phone, you're going to want to be paying attention to it because you can actually sign up to be on the floats.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
Yes. Well, hey, we tried every night that we were there, and we didn't get an opportunity to do it. So it's not the easiest thing to pull off, but just be aware you are committing to several hours of your night being just waiting around and then being on the float and then waiting for the floats to get back and everybody is situated before you can leave the park. So again, probably not something for tiny children, but I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah.
So at the end of April and into June, parks slow down for a bit as kids are finishing up school. As you get to the end of spring and start moving into the summer months, Universal Studios rolls out the Summer Tribute Store. For all you shopping fanatics, this is where you get your limited time merch, okay? There's generally special theming around this in both parks, along with special food and, like I said, merch. Also, in the early part of May and all of August, Universal Studios celebrates their annual pass holders with special food options, collectibles, usually like magnets or pins, and a special entrance into studios. They also brought back the UOAP pass holder night, which we're going to be going to this coming weekend.
Really
for the
excited.
first time since 2019. I think they stopped because of COVID,
Yep.
and the following 2 years they didn't. So we were lucky enough to get into the event. I believe the opportunity to sign up to show up was gone in about less than 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was crazy. I thought he was kind of crazy, like beyond, like right away to get us signed up. And then when he went back, less than an hour later, he goes, "Good thing I did it."
But in that event, what they do is they will close down one or both parks, and pass holders get the run of the park. If any of you have done the Orlando Informer event, this is very much like that. And there's also special food items specifically for this event.
But it's not separately ticketed, so all you annual pass people.
Yeah, for sure. Just a thing to jump back to the theming. So this year was the 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park. So there were special shirts, special food items, a special freestyle cup, and all sorts of things going around all over the parks to specifically celebrate that. And the Tribute Store, which is this massive multi-part store, had all things Jurassic Park. So it was a very exciting time, and you can easily find something on YouTube to take a look at what that Tribute Store looked like.
Yeah, during the year, Universal will actually do multiple tribute stores. Like they usually do, basically you have your summer, you have Halloween, because they'll do a separate Halloween tribute store. They'll do a Christmas tribute store, and then springtime. I'm not really quite sure what do they do one at springtime.
They do the Mardi Gras one.
Yeah, I'm not really. I guess if that's a theme, I don't know. But they're fun and they're really well decorated, and I personally love that kind of stuff. So I always look forward to that. So I guess now we've actually gone full circle. We're all the way back now to at the end of summer, beginning of fall. So you already know the next thing that we'd be talking about is HHN again. So.
But I don't think there's a lot of little things that we sort of didn't touch on because otherwise we'd be running this video for hours.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to sit through a really long video like that.
Yeah, I think obviously you can't talk about everything. We could do a video just on each month and what stuff is going on. So really, we do recommend that when you're planning your vacation, what is important to you, what do you want to get out of this vacation, and do your research. And if you don't want to do your research, you can always reach out to me, and I can do your research.
That's true. You are a full-service travel agent.
Yeah.
So, in the meantime, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that bell notification to be alerted when our next video comes out. In the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes. So everyone stay healthy, be blessed, and we're going to see you at the parks.